My people, we are back in the bull run. There's no doubt about that. Everything is pointing at that. We will go higher. All news, all fundamentals. Trump hinting that something big will happen that will skyrocket the markets. Now, the question is, of course, will we really go that much higher, or are we into a correction before we proceed up? I hate to be the bearer of bad news and I hate to be the downer of the party, but I have to be it in this case here. So let me explain. Let's get into this. All right, so Trump has been hinting now for a couple of days that something big is going to happen. He's going to announce something big and it's going to lead to the market skyrocketing. We have seen similar things from him being announced before. And what has that led to? Buy the rumors, sell the news. We have been dumped in our faces, basically. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to be that this time, but the news that came out and what I presume that he was meaning or talking about when he said that something big is going to be announced, and is of course the negotiation with China, US and China regarding their tariffs on each other and the whole tariff war situation. The result out of those negotiations is that US cuts tariffs from 145% to 30% on Chinese imports, while China reduces duties from 125% to 10% on US goods. And both countries announced 90-day temporary reduction to cool trade tensions. I think both countries, both economies really need to get their stock market going again. And this is probably why, both in a desperate situation had to just sit down, talk, and resolve the situation. None of them are gaining from this. This is not beneficial for none of the countries, all right? And on those news, we saw this today. So actually, NAS and S&P 500 went up quite a lot. NAS went up 1.6%. That's a lot for one morning. The US session hasn't even started yet. Keep that in mind. So I'm recording this 12:20 Central European time. It's about 1.5 hour, 1 hour 40 minutes left until NY opens up. And it's about 3 hours left until the US stock market opens or the New York Stock Exchange open up. What I see happen here technically, and it's important that we look at the NASDAQ because this will lead what BTC does today, all right? If this thing reverses and starts to dump, I'm expecting the same thing to happen to Bitcoin temporarily. We have been talking about that Bitcoin and NAS have decoupled in a very good and healthy way. And that is exactly what we want to see. That is super mega bullish for Bitcoin because that is what those big institutional investors want to see. They want something that is non-correlated to the stock exchange, like gold, for example. So when shit gets risky, capital goes over there. And we've been talking about this all the time. Bitcoin is the digital gold. So this is what we're seeing right now, right here. Now, we have a major order block at 21.375 for NASDAQ. And I'm expecting market actually to sweep up all this liquidity. So when NY opens, I think we're going to get a little retrace now. And now when NY opens up in about 1.5 hours and then the NY Stock Exchange opens in 3 hours, then I think we might see a nice little pump pushing markets all the way up to this order block, also mitigating all liquidity that is trapped here on all these highs. Every high that you see here, every lower high has liquidity trapped here. There's stop losses, stop losses, stop losses, stop losses. So all this will be taken out. And then we have this order block, of course. So therefore, we might see a little pump on BTC. I called out this morning that I'm expecting BTC to hit about 105.8 and it did so exactly to the T, just to sweep that liquidity that was trapped up there. The liquidity I was looking at was actually from Hyperliquid. So I saw that there was a big chunk and we still got a big chunk there, but as you see, there's big chunks below as well. So what I believe will happen now is that we will push up a little bit with NAS pumping. But as soon as NAS hits this order block, we will start seeing the rejection. And that is when I think actually BTC will also reject and start correcting back down. Now, why do I think that BTC needs to correct back down? First and foremost, We have broken through every single order block there is. We have left so much liquidity behind. There's so much imbalance behind that it's almost ridiculous. It's crazy. The order block that we are in right now that stretches from 103.7K all the way up to 106.4K, that order block is very strong. And we are in it right now and we are accumulating inside of it. Last week, we formed this bearish flag and I thought that we were going to break out below and start crushing it downwards to about 88K. We broke out, retested, and then people like me got super bear trapped. And that is what happened here. Then we just shot up and now we created a new bearish flag. And the question is, of course, okay, will there be a repeat? Will we see the same thing again? I don't think so. And I don't think so due to us being so high up. The thing is like this, what pushes the market? What pushes the market is liquidity. And institutions, whales, when they get in, they want cheap liquidity. They want to buy BTC or whatever crypto asset they are buying. They want to buy it as cheap as possible. When there are a lot of orders laying down here, it's much cheaper for them to sacrifice some money, push the market down, grab those cheap orders, and then the whole thing can fly again like a rocket. So I don't think we're going deep. I think we're going to about 101.2K. This order block that we got here, you see it on the hourly time frame. Boom, there it is. That's the order block that created this last push. And also, of course, we got all this liquidity trapped here and we have not seen any wicks down. So I think we're going to push down a little bit, grab this liquidity, grab this liquidity. If we go further than that, good question. I think we could easily come down to about 99K. We have an order block here and that one is actually very strong. And just to bear trap people so that everybody starts selling off and shorting the market after us crushing 100K on the negative side. But that is speculation that I leave for after we have hit 101.2K that I'm talking about now. And why exactly 101.2 is because of the liquidity that I see trapped here. And like I said, the hyperliquid chart. And then there's something more that is pointing for me at us going down. And that is that we have so much open interest on the longing side. So the funding rate is very, very positive, which means like most often when the funding rate gets very positive, what happens is market dumps. So it's basically just market makers just regulating the markets. And like you see right now, we are very high up. So we will see what happens there. Another thing to keep in mind here on a weekly time frame is this here. This is the COT index. This is a very strong fundamental indicator that shows retail, that's the green line. The blue line here is institutions and the red line here is whales, big wallet. Every time the spread gets very big, market tends to turn, especially when institutional money is on top, like you see right now, all right? Like you saw here, the whale money was on top and what happened? We were at the bottom of this last correction. So right now you see this is institutional money that's pushed the market up. We have some retail that has come back. We are record low in retail, by the way. This is below bear market levels. So we will see what happens, but this is also something to keep in mind that this might flip a little bit, which means that we will see a correction in the markets. And then of course there's one more thing, and that is the fear and greed index that is spiking. It's at 73% now, so we are in greed actually, not extreme greed, but we are in greed. So we are due to a correction very, very soon. But with all of that said, I believe that correction is going to be short term, like I said. So what are we looking at now? We're looking at to buying the dip, of course. And dipping or not dipping doesn't matter, like DCA into the assets you are most interested in, all right? And you find most attractive for this bull run. We have seen SUI ripping it, of course. Same thing with ADA. XRP is also seeing a nice push. It has not been as bullish as we have seen ADA, for example, or SUI, but it's doing its thing as well. Ethereum woke up from nowhere and is pushing upwards now. This one is definitely due to a harder correction, but it's nice to see that ETH finally is catching up a little bit. And this is very important for the altcoin season or for the altcoin markets, because first and foremost, it installs a lot of confidence into the altcoin sector. ETH is like the leading star for altcoins, especially layer ones. So when ETH pumps, more often than not, layer ones pump, like ADA, Solana, Ton, Sui, and them. But it's the same thing here. I'm expecting, if ETH starts to correct, I'm expecting it to come down to at least 2,382, and it could come down all the way to about 2,100. I don't think we're going lower than that. I don't think this will be any major correction, crash type of thing. If you guys been buying TAI that I've been talking about for a very, very long time, actually I've been talking about it since the summer, but yeah, this was the entry box that I called out. Then you are really good in profit. You are about, without leverage, you are about 100% in profit, so you have doubled your money. Same thing with virtuals. We had our entry zone that I called out here. We have now reached our profit taking zone actually, but it's a very big profit taking zone. And I'm actually not taking profits yet. I will wait until market hits at least about $3 or just below, like 2.98. Why is that? Is because the potential in virtuals is just crazy and it hasn't even started yet. So I actually think that it even can go way above this profit taking zone that I've marked out. TAO is another one that I've been talking about for a very long time now, and I urge you not to sleep on this one as well. Yes, it has pumped very good, but trust me, $461 for one TAO, that is BitTensor, for you that don't know, that is very cheap. That is still like for free, all right? So I think TAO is also going to get a healthy correction now. It is testing these tops, as you can see right here. And I don't think it will break through right now. I think we will have a correction, but I don't think we're going much deeper than like 390, 395, something like that. TAO is definitely something for you to hold long term. Like the AI narrative is going to be very strong this bull run. We have already seen that. TAO is like the leading star for the AI narrative. DOT is also another one that has been ripping it hard during this bull run that we have seen so far these past, 2-3 weeks. But same thing there. Testing these tops, I think it will see a little correction and then it will smash through it. I think basically it's a very similar move for most altcoins. It all depends on what BTC does. And for BTC right now, it all depends on what NASDAQ does, all right? So you see, BTC wants to correct, but it's NAS that is actually pushing it higher. So as soon as this one turns, which should be at about 21,350, I think that BTC will correct quite hard. Listen, major announcements. This week, we will start with gold trading as well. We are setting up the gold trading channel right now, and trust me, yeah, like you don't want to sleep on these signals because the trades that are being called out there has a 90% win rate. I think it's even 94% or something like that, and like they have been crushing it. So that trader that I'm connecting to that channel, he's like one of the top gold traders in Europe. He smashes it completely. He makes me want to go back and trade gold again. But I'm opening it up for everybody that wants to be in it. It's for free. The only requirement is that you have a Vantage account. Sign up through our affiliate link, of course, so that you are our affiliate. And that's it. So trade on your Vantage account that is signed up on our affiliate link. Deposit as much as you want to deposit and start trading those signals. Smash it. Share your profits with us. We love to see that great energy. We love to see our people win. We are the prosperous world, so it's all about prosperity for our people, right? The other thing is that we are at the current moment setting up a collaboration, a partnership with Hydra Funding. I already started to stream when I'm trading their account. What will happen now is that we will have a giveaway. We are already on a trading challenge, announced it in the community. If you ain't in the community, make sure you join it. Link is in the description box below. You're missing out on a lot of perks. But what we're doing now is we will start a 5x 10K challenge account giveaways from Hydra Funding. And why precisely Hydra Funding? Hydra Funding is, according to me, from my research, and listen, I've been in the prop firm industry, trading funded accounts for about 3 years now, okay? So Hydra is by far the best I've seen. They have Forex and they have crypto. We are focusing mostly on crypto right now, on their crypto platform. Very low spreads. Like I can even scalp crypto if I want to. That is something I can't do when I trade futures on exchanges because the spread is too high and the interest rate is too high. Here is low spreads. They have no hidden rules. They pay out every single time when you do what you're supposed to do and not mess or play with the rules. Like, for example, using a bot or something like that, which they very clearly say you can't use. So, and I love that. They have integrity, they have morals actually, which is very, very rare in the prop firm industry. Hydra will definitely be the GOAT that everybody will talk about very, very shortly, because I see what they do, and what they do is super solid. Plus their platform, everything is just excellent. I love trading on it. It's a pleasure. It's a joy to trade on Hydra Funding. All right, my people. So with all of that said, I will have a couple of streams this week. We will sit live and trade, and whatever happens in the markets, I will keep you updated in the announcement channel and in the trade announcement channel also. So if you're only in the announcement channel, make sure you join the trade announcement as well, so you see all my market analysis and all that stuff that I drop. Have a nice one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.